Hello, it's Queen, and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining. You could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here, so I value your time so much. Thank you so much. After this video, we have plenty other videos that you can learn from. Please subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to you, or I'll do another video answering your question. I'll definitely give you a shout out. I also have some nice little gifts to give out when we reach a certain amount of subscribers. So please just share the channel if you feel like that mental lock is unlocking by something that we shared today or in any of the videos. Please share the channel because it can help someone else just as well as it helped you. But today I wanted to share a little special treat, which is my book that's out on Amazon right now. It's called Locs Linked to Spirituality. And honestly, this is the same book that you've seen me talk about on the different the different radio stations. Thank you guys for having me. The different podcasts, like iHeartRadio and King June's podcast. And there's so many different platforms. They even have a lot of magazine articles that were written just explaining my character and this book. And honestly, in Locs Linked to Spirituality, I realized, so let me take it a step further. I realized I didn't introduce the book to you guys personally, right? I just hit the ground running. The PR team had me on all these different platforms, which I appreciate, but I didn't have that intimate setting with you guys, which I actually love, the more one-on-one approach. Because I am an empath. Shouts out to all the empaths out there. But honestly, the motivation for me writing this book is because, you know, Locs is linked to a lot of spiritual leaders in various different countries. And the fact that we are not, or this generation is not really paying attention to those facts, is not, you know, people are starting their locks and not really understanding this vow that they're taking, which, you know, once you start your locks, that's really your commitment, or AKA almost like symbolic to your baptism of learning about your creator, which in turn learns about yourself, which in turn trusting that quiet knowing or your instincts, which following your instincts every single time leads you towards your purpose. I know this because I went through this journey myself. I know this because I had several other clients who went through identically the same thing. Now, the trials and tribulations may be different, but the journey nonetheless is the same, right? The outcome is, do you follow faith or do you follow fear? And so my book, Locs Linked to Spirituality, which again is on Amazon, touches on these key points here, right? So it gives you a brief history, and this is really for all people who have locks, may be looking for the deeper meaning behind it because you have an inner knowing that is more than just hair. And these are people who are curious about locks, and you may not be ready just now, but that thought is there, so eventually it'll be manifested. So basically in this book, it touches on the different cultures and their viewpoints on locks and how it's linked to spirituality. It talks about the lock journey and what happens in the different phases from, you know, the starter lock to the budding to the mature lock. It really gives you a deep insight on what commitment you're making for real. And then I also go into the journey in art form because most of us are visual creatures. And yes, these paintings are mine. I have painted it myself. And actually, funny story, I painted these paintings during some painful times in my life that I had no idea that in the future let's say, I think these paintings were in 2015. I will have to look at them because I did sign them and date them. But I did these paintings in 2015. It is now 2022. So I had no idea that this was going to be related. I just literally painted this as a way to, it was just me, a paintbrush, and some Lauryn Hill music, trying to just soothe myself from a breakup. And I thought he was the one and he was not the one, and it was just a mess. And if you've been through a bad breakup, you know. And I painted to help me cope with that situation, and not realizing that later on, that's exactly the different stages of the lock journey that we all go through. Something is happening, everything is happening. You have the pressures of life putting pressure on you. You're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Then the next step or the next phase is you start focusing on self. You start asking questions now. That makes you the willing, right? Who am I? What am I doing for real? Why do I have these people around me? What's going on? You really start to fine tune and evaluate your circle, your environment, your household, right? But that's a wonderful place to be in, because that's where it begins, right? Now, once you elevate your frequency in that thought process and you start becoming stronger in those answers, the people who were around to just be a part of that journey of helping you ask those questions, they start to phase away off of the most stupidest things. It could be the most stupidest thing that all of a sudden y'all argue about and they tear away from the friendship. It could have been a 17, 20-year relationship, and all of a sudden they breaking up because you didn't like their Instagram page, or you happen not to answer a text fast enough. If you find yourself saying, they're mad at me off of the dumbest things, that's perfect. Because now you know that that person was just in your life for you to elevate your frequency. So you learn to forgive by appreciating them for that part or that role that they played in your life, right? Because without that pain, because we learn through pain, but without that pain, you would have never been in this space of evaluation where it was there to be of your benefit. So don't be sour, don't be mad, don't be revengeful, because vengeance is mine, said the Lord, right? So don't take their karma or any karma in your own hands. It will be taken care of, because once you become the best friend of the Most High and Jesus Christ, honestly, he becomes your best friend as well, and your enemies is his enemies, and your friends is his friends. So that's the best backup you can ever have. So never take that vengeance or revenge on your own, because you good. You know you're here for a purpose. Follow that purpose and don't get caught up in victim mode and in leadership mode, okay? And this is honestly some of the phases that I go through with a lot of my clients during consultation. But if you're not ready for consultation just quite yet, you can go ahead and purchase this book. It's so affordable, because the most important piece for me is for you to get the information. And this is the fastest way that I can get the information to so many people, because there's only but so many hours in the day. I also have the coffee company. I also have the freelance coffee company. We are franchising the Loc Salon / Loc Museum. And we have the Loc Community Association that's coming very, very soon, and bringing up the levels of locks. Because it's linked to spirituality, it should be upheld at a higher standard than it is now, and we will make that reach globally. So if you like to participate in that, please reach out to me. All hands on deck with that part as well. And again, that's the Loc Community Association. There is a website for it, so you can go to loccommunityassociation.com just to give you a brief summary of everything that's going on. But if you like to be a part of that, or you have suggestions or anything like that, cool beans, hit me up. In Leading Grinds Coffee, if you are looking for some income, you can join the affiliate program, and we're paying out 40% for everything you sell through your efforts and things like that. And there's information on Leading Grinds with an S, coffee.com. And of course, I'll put all this information in the little comment section of this video, and get you everything that you need. If you still have any inquiries or questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I will get that information over to you, and if not, then a person from my team will comment and get back to you regarding whatever question you have. For consultations and those one-on-ones, I still do those, so reach out to me. I still got a few spaces for some new people, so if you want to really tap in and like unblock whatever that weight is, I promise you, we don't need months. We do not need months. We do not need years. Okay, it is real simple. It is real simple. Unless there's some kind of mental illness or medication needed or something like that, but for the most part, really, I don't need months with you. Okay, so reach out to me. I get slots periodically, because again, I don't need a lot of time with most of you. Most of you just need confirmations and things like that. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. I you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be here with or without your appointment. I'm gonna still be doing what I do with or without your appointment. But if you genuinely really want to change the way that you have been going, because doing the same thing, getting the same results, and not liking what the results are is insanity at that point. So if you're ready to change and switch up, contact me. And y'all are moving fast. You're moving fast. Whoever that is calling right now, I will definitely get back to you. But again, I just wanted to close out. Thank you guys for reaching out and watching the channel. Please also like, subscribe, and comment on this video and the other videos. And I'll be back with you later. Okay? Love you.